Back at 6:13 to your health now. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, a time you may frequently hear reminders about getting a colonoscopy.
Yeah, but are those at-home tests helpful? Health reporter Haley Hernandez is here now. Haley, you are fast because was it last week? I was like, hey, I want to know about these Cologuard things that I've heard about.
And I told you I was going to do a story on it because actually a few of you have asked me, is Cologuard accurate? Who should or should not use it? Well, the American Cancer Society and a local doctor tell me that those at-home tests are fine, but there is a better way to get screened.
This cancer is increasing in frequency in young people, and it is the biggest growing cancer in people from age 40 to 50.
Houston Methodist Willowbrook Dr. Diego Marinas explains how the age of young people becoming colon cancer patients is rising. The American Cancer Society says there's basically 5 types of screening tests for colon cancer. The most common you've probably heard of is a colonoscopy. This usually looks at the entire colon. It can biopsy and remove polyps, and it typically only needs to be done every 10 years. Although some people dislike these tests because of the prep needed, missing work, and the need for another person to drive you home. There are also blood tests on the horizon, but those would need to be done every year, and Dr. Marinas does not recommend them. But the one many people are curious about are at-home tests. These are stool-based tests which check feces for signs of cancer. These tests are less invasive and easier to have done, but they need to be done more often. According to the American Cancer Society, these can miss polyps and cancer, but they can also give false positive results too, in which case you need to get a colonoscopy anyway.
I think Cologuard is better than nothing if you have some type of problem that keeps you from being able to have a colonoscopy. But it is going to miss about 20% of polyps of good size. So polyps that are very close to turning into cancers, it's going to miss those.
So colonoscopy is still the gold standard of care, and they are a one and done procedure because if they see a precancerous polyp, they can be removed right then and there and prevent you from ever developing cancer. But really the takeaway is that any test is better than no test at all. If you don't plan on doing something, that's the worst thing that you can do.
I will say there's probably a difference between getting those Cologuard results in the mail and then hearing from your doctor, as I did, hey, I'll see you in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
But 20%, that doctor said like up to 20% of polyps could be missed by the Cologuard. I mean, that's big.
By the at-home test.
Yeah, by the at-home tests. All right. Thank you so much.
Better than nothing, but
answered my
not better
question.
than hearing it from
I still have to figure out all that scheduling. All right. Thanks a lot, Haley.